Okay, I know that was a really dumb pose. I do apologize. Hello, 10th graders. I do that though because I'm recording more than one video and I need to be able to tell them apart. So I do weird things. You are here because you are listening to the summary of the pre-book knowledge evaluation thingy that you took quite a while ago. I am just going to share with you the answers that you gave. So this is more of a listening video. There are no points for it, but it is worth about 25 minutes of your time, and then I'll be done. And I just want to tell you right now, I was very blessed by the answers. If you answered all of the questions, you got all of the points. That doesn't mean that you were correct. It just means the only way to grade this, because it is before we go through the book, was to give you points for answering the questions. So thank you for answering questions. Okay, let's go through. Oh, and also, I didn't tell you if you were supposed to look things up. I gave you very little instruction. I kind of think that some of you probably asked people in your house or looked things up. You're not gonna get docked for that. And if it was also just right in the forefront of your head what economics is, then hey, more power to you. You think differently than I do, and that's awesome. Because we need to learn from each other. But that was with little instruction on what to do. The only way that I can say this is right or this is wrong is if it's answered or not. Okay. Oh, and also I'll try and put this in writing, but some of you were so kind also to even put your answers in different colors. All of the colors are fine except like sunshine yellow, because I'm squinting and moving my computer to try and read the words. I don't know if it's my basement. I don't know what the deal is, but like sunshine yellow or butter yellow, I can't read it. Or highlighter yellow, I can't read it. So if you choose a yellow to put an answer in, just make sure it's like a mustardy yellow, because otherwise it makes me feel like I'm going blind because I can't read what you're writing. Okay, anyway, let's carry on. I think there are 17. There are 17 questions. Here we go. Okay, what's the title of your text? I had one no answer and I had 4 people say understanding the times. If you looked, that's fine. There we go. Okay, what does the title of the text mean? Because when defining times, understanding the times, that can be pretty ambiguous. Okay, so this is what people said. Somebody said understanding how the world has changed. Somebody said in the book we are going to compare 5 worldviews. Someone else said understanding our culture during the times we are in. Somebody else said understanding the time we live in and the time others have lived in. And somebody said, again, understanding the times we live in. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there because remember, these are your right or wrong answer was judged by whether you filled it out or not. But obviously we know the key to answering this is really having a good definition of what time is and how it plays out in this question and in this book. Okay, number 3, name a worldview. Somebody said traditional worldview. Somebody said postmodernism, and then I got 3 Christianities. Okay, it's true. The only one that's not exactly a worldview is the traditional worldview, but once again, if you answered it, you got the points. Okay, then we moved on to define worldview. Here are the answers. How people view the world. The way a person understands reality. the way we see the world and live in it, a philosophy of life, someone's perception of the world. Once again, thoughtful answers. So thank you. After our first lecture, you now know the definition of a worldview. And you can probably see some of the pieces right in there. Okay. Number 5, what is theology? 2 people said the study of God. Somebody said the study of the nature of God. Someone said the study of the Bible and God. And, there were 3 people that said the study of God. My bad. Okay, what is philosophy? Someone said the study of science. Someone else said the study of the fundamental nature of God. Somebody said the study of wisdom. And 2 people said the study of knowledge. We're learning about philosophy too. Okay, number 7, what does economics have to do with? Okay, someone said the study of humans. Someone said the branch of knowledge that deals with consumption and transfer of wealth. Someone else said the study of business and production. Someone said production, distribution, and consumption of goods. And someone said money, business, and the economy. Okay. Number 8, you had to fill in the blank. Biology studies. These are the answers. I got 2 people who said, 2 people said life. Biology studies life. One person said biology studies living things. Another person said biology studies living organisms. And the last person said biology studies scientific study of life. Okay. Number 9, what's the difference between psychology and sociology? So here were some answers. Psychology is mind and sociology is people actions. I kind of like that. I like people actions. It's just a good definition for it, okay? Psychology is about the human mind, and sociology is the structure of human society. Psychology studies behavior, and sociology studies social study. Psychology studies thoughts and behaviors of the individual. Sociology studies groups of people and their interactions. Psychology is the study of humans, and sociology is the study of society. Okay, so some good answers there. Okay. Number 10, who needs law more, the unruly citizen or the law-abiding citizen? You guys are going to be surprised. I got a neither, and I got a both, and then I got 3 people who said the unruly citizen. Number 11, what makes a person unruly or law-abiding? So, when you don't follow law, you're unruly. If you're disruptive and have no control, you're unruly. Whether you follow the law or not makes you unruly or not. And they went on to say if you're law-abiding, you follow the law and you're obedient, or you're following the laws and rules of the culture you are in. And one person just said, as far as what makes a person unruly or law-abiding was moral beliefs. So I just want you to notice for a moment the complexity. I mean, okay, there's 6 of us in this class. And the amount of knowledge and the differences in knowledge, and even being able to write it out, articulate what you want to say, it's just fascinating. A lot of times we get in a class with other people, and whether we mean to or not, we just think we're all on the same page. Now, that's not saying that there's a right page and a wrong page. It just, when we hang out with people, we tend to believe that all of their beliefs, their ability to articulate their understandings are the same as mine. And I'm just always fascinated by how much you guys bring to the table, and how it's not necessarily that we believe opposites, but we are we're varied in our beliefs, and to what extent we understand it, and to what extent we can articulate it. And I don't know, it just makes me more in awe of what and how God has created, and the fact that He holds all of this and none of this scares Him. That maybe me as a 52-year-old, maybe I understand more about this but less about something, but that doesn't scare Him. He keeps changing me to be more like Him. And that's the same for Daniel as it is for Eden, as it is for Kaylee and Rachel and I can see your face. Hold on. Sydney. I remembered. Yay. Okay, cool. All right, let's go on. Number 12. Who ordains the government? I had 4 gods. So 4 people said God, and 1 said voters. Okay. Number 13. We get a little dicey here. Can or can't you change history? So I had 1 can, 1 you can change how people view it, and then 3 said you cannot change history. Okay. Number 14 was a true or false question. Because you weren't there and I wasn't there, this means we cannot know what happened. I did not copy that question well when I was taking your records. So, but it's about history. Because we weren't there, does it mean we cannot know what happened? All 5 of you said that's false. Just because we weren't there doesn't mean we can't know what happened. It means we can know what happened. Someone said maybe not the whole truth, but we can know what happened, which was good to hear. 15, true or false again. Since neither of us were there, my interpretation is just as valid as yours. I had 4 people say that's true, and 1 person said it was false. When we get to that chapter, that'll be great. Okay. Number 16. All worldviews are logical. So I had 3 no's, 1 false, which is same thing, and 1 true. Right? And the last question, all worldviews are a correct picture of reality. I had 2 no's, 2 people said false, and 1 person said not at all, which is all answering in the negative. It's just you even answer different, which is also fascinating, but that's cool. All right. So why did I do that? Well, I did that because we're not going to have class time to go through the answers. And I think hearing the answers is important. I made you do the assignment. I need to address the answers with you, and this is the easiest way to do that. Other thing is, as we go through this year's book, my prayer for you, my hope for you, my goal, how I teach towards this is to help you see some of the answers for those questions. It is probably not as in-depth as it could be, and you will spend your life learning more about some of the things that we talk about in class. I think understanding the times, because it is more of a worldview, it's more sociology is really what it is. Social sciences, we're taking a look at people. And that's always fascinating because they're all made in the image of God. But it will rely on you thinking about your faith. And when I say your faith, I'm not talking about just what you believe. I know, Rachel, you and Sydney weren't here last year. But one of the key things in the book from last year is that faith is not just belief. Faith is belief in someone based on their reputation. That's what makes that faith valid faith. And last year we talked a lot about God. We addressed some questions, and hopefully you learned more about God and you learned more about his reputation, so that it will increase your faith, your confidence in him based on what he's done. So it will just take into account, every worldview takes into account a type of God whole and how they fill it. So I'm excited. There's also pictures in this class which really help me to understand things, and I hope they help you. So I have talked enough. I will see you in class, and thank you for listening. And I hope you enjoy your weekend.